Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Friday, December 16th at around 2:17. Now, you're gonna look at the title of this video and be like, what? If you live in the eastern half of the US, late next week, Christmas weekend, basically, you are going to know that um, it is going to turn extremely cold in the eastern half of the US. So, I would like to talk about your inflatable safety. So, um, now here's the thing: a lot of these inflatables may or may not be able to take that type of weather, especially like the smaller ones and a lot of the cheap fan ones. So, as long as it's just cold, I don't see why you can't run. But if you add snow in the mix, you add ice in the mix, you add any sort of moisture and stuff like that, the best thing to do is one of two things, and you can decide which one you want to do in this situation. You can either A, take them down and take them inside, um, or B, um, just put a tarp or some sort of like plastic sheet basically over them, as long as you like put bricks on them or something like that, you should be fine. But unfortunately, there are people with inflatables who may or may not know what to do and leave them out in this bad weather and then they die. So unfortunately, that happens. So the best thing to do in this situation is just either take them down and put them inside until that passes, or B, just put like a tarp or something on them. Especially if you live in a state like Montana, Utah, um, stuff like them where you kind of live near mountains and stuff. The thing about mountain weather is it's so very unpredictable. For example, go check out the YouTube channel Circus Maximus. They have a lot of cool videos on their channel when it comes to both Halloween and Christmas with their displays. They have a lot of inflatables that are kind of neat. So they have like one of those really tall frosties and so forth. But check out their channel because they have some really cool videos when it comes to like weather, sort of. So they have one with snow, one with wind, and so forth. So go check that out. It's very cool. There's one for Christmas as well. I think it's like Circus Maximus Christmas or something like that. So go check that out. But overall, now if it's just extremely cold, you should be okay with them. I'm not saying you are or you're not. So please be careful with these. Um, these are very expensive decorations, so you need to take care of these the best you can. Um, Now, what should you do if there's ice or ice predicted? The best thing to do in that situation, honestly, is just take them inside. Now, I'm not saying put them where it's warm. I'm just saying take them inside. So even if that means like a garage. Now with snow, it's different because as long as the snow is light, you should be fine with them to a point. But then if it's the like once it starts getting heavier and stuff, the best thing to do in that situation is just take take them down. or just unplug them at least. And as long as the snow is light, at least, you can just reinflate them, and they should be okay. Um, but that's totally up to you. Now, other sort of decorations, I'm not entirely sure how those work when it comes to weather like that. From my experience in the past, especially with those old motion deer, those did not do well. So you have to be extremely careful. Now, when it comes to stuff like those dancing Santa Clauses you can get from like Lowe's, Walmart, Home Depot, and stuff like that, when it comes to the cold, I would highly recommend you just leave those inside because 99% of those are made of plastic of some sort of way. And and I don't know how they would take being um, outdoors in like very cold temperatures.